Before we get started with today's workout, we just want to say, Orangetheory Nation, we are back. We're at almost 1,000 studios open. And yours might be one of them. So make sure to give your studio a ring, get into class, get under the orange lights. We miss you. Now, with that being said, we're going to get this dynamic warm-up started. Starting with 1 minute of a T-spine windmill. Cynthia's already on the ground, arms fully extended, knees at a 90-degree angle. Nice, slow rotation, bringing our knees as close to the ground as you can. Work within your personal range of motion. Next up, 30 seconds per side of a hip rock. Starting in a tabletop position, we're going to extend one leg out to the side, sitting back, trying to make contact with the heel back to your tabletop. You'll switch sides, 30 seconds on the other side. Next up, we've got 1 minute of a wide mountain climber to a rotation. Starting in a high plank position, bringing your foot to outside your hand, rotating to the side of the front foot. You'll alternate on that one for 1 minute. Next up, we're going to come to a standing position, 1 minute of an alternating toy soldier. Shoulders roll back, arms fully extended, nice straight legs, trying to get your toes as close to your fingertips as you can, really stretching out the hamstrings and glutes on that one. Last but not least, 1 minute of a Cossack squat. Feet wider than shoulder width, toes pointed out to a little bit outside of a 45-degree angle, sitting into one heel, keeping that back knee behind the toe, alternating from side to side. Now that your lower body's going to get warmed up, let's get going.
right, everyone, it is time to work that lower body for 10 minutes. We have 4 exercises starting with your weighted static lunge. So grab a set of heavy weights, take a step back. You're going to have those dumbbells down by your side as you return back to start. Now keep your right leg forward for 5 reps. Then we're going to lower down the weights and immediately go into your lunge jack for 5 reps. So you're going to pop those feet nice and wide and then reset. You're going to do 5 reps on the right and then 5 reps on the left to complete 1 round. Moving on from that, we have your goblet squat at 10 reps. Grabbing that nice heavy weight, nice standing set position, shoulder width apart, and that weight's going to be nice at your chest. Sit tall, drop your hips down, 10 reps there. Then you have your jump squat, so lower down your weight, get some air. Look at that, Emily. Nice. And as an option, we're going to remove that jump and lower down with your range of motion. 3 rounds there. If you get done, you're going to repeat all the exercises as 1 block until time is up. Let's get at it.
right, team, this core block is 6 minutes long, and we're doing it for 3 rounds total. We're starting on our mat with a plank kick through for 20 seconds. You're going to have the hands directly stacked under the shoulders, and the hand that stays on the ground, the opposite foot is going to kick through and under. Really try to keep those hips in line with your shoulders. Option, atomic mountain climber. You're going to twist the opposite knee underneath to the opposite shoulder. 10-second rest, and then we're back down for a forearm plank punch. So really retract those shoulder blades back and pinch there so you can punch forward and nothing else moves. Your option here, down to the knees, nothing else moves, just those arms. 10-second rest, and then our last one, you have a side plank with rotation. So you're going to stack now the elbow underneath the shoulder, opposite elbow opens, and then taking that opposite shoulder, trying to reach it down, everything else stays in alignment, the hips, the spine, and the shoulders. You guys have 6 minutes, let's burn those cores. right, guys, this lower body block is 10 minutes long. We're starting with a swing lunge for 5 reps on each side. So John's going to grab 2 weights, rolling the shoulder blades down and back. 1 foot backward and forward is going to be 1 rep. Both knees stay at 90 degrees and chest stays centered the entire time, not falling forward or backward. 5 reps on each side, and then an alternating jump lunge for 10 total. So both knees are going to be at 90 degrees, both feet leave the ground and land at the same time, switching places in the air. Your option is a regular reverse lunge, alternating on each side for 10 total. Sumo squat is next. Toes are turned out slightly, wherever's comfortable for you. About 45 degrees would probably do. 1 weight together, chest stays nice and open as you send the hips back, weight heavy through the heels, 10 total. Your froggers are next. Same position. This time you're going to add some power and leave the ground with it. Your option is to come up to a calf raise and slow reset back down. Finally, we're going down to the ground for a power sit-up with rotation, 10 total. So legs are going to stay nice and long until you crunch into the center. You're going to draw the opposite shoulder to the opposite knee. Keep that spine nice and long. Your option is to limit your range of motion. You're going to repeat these until time for 10 minutes total.
Hey!
Pretty safe to say you guys have earned this final flexibility block. We got 4 minutes of work and 4 stretches to go through, starting with 20 seconds per leg of a standing quad stretch. You're going to gently take your hand, grabbing the front of your foot, pulling your heel as close to the glute as you can, keeping the knees aligned. Now, a cool little tip here for your balance, you can always put your hand on your ear, or you can touch your nose on that one. 20 seconds per side. Next up, we have a standing neutral hamstring stretch, 20 seconds per side. So kickstanding one heel forward, toes pointed towards the sky, sitting back on the back heel as you hinge forward. That's really going to work the hamstrings. You've got 20 seconds per side. Next up, we're going to hit the mat, 20 seconds per side of a runner's lunge with rotation. So bringing our hands to the inside of the front foot, we're going to rotate to the opposite side, making sure your eyes are on the fingertips the entire way through. At the 20-second mark, you'll transition and switch sides. While we're down here, we've got 20 seconds per side of a 90-90. So as you can see, Emily went ahead and created a 90-degree angle with her front leg leaning forward, also on that straight leg, bending it to a 90-degree angle as well. You'll spend 20 seconds here and then switch sides. Enjoy this cool down. You've earned it.
Can it be done? When you looked at me and I dove into your eyes, frozen with anticipation, you harnessed me and told me come in close. It's where I belong, the hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away, you got me with your voice. To where I belong, the hole is gone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. See it in your eyes. Arms and legs uncrossed. There's no conversation, and I'm noticing I'm staggering across to you. It's my resignation. I'm letting go and letting you go in to where you belong. The hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away. You got me with your voice. To where I belong. My heart was stone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. Can it be done? Can it be done? Can it be done? Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes.